Hey everybody, Lorelia here, coming to you with a quick message and video from my car. So the last video that I posted up here, here on my channel on YouTube, I'm not sure if you saw it, was a testimonial. I did a testimonial, well, not I did a testimonial, but I posted a testimonial from a business owner that I recently helped to secure some of the grant funds that were administered by the SBA through the EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. And so I kind of want to clear up some things because I've been talking to a lot of business owners, and there's a very big misconception. And that misconception has to do with the PPP funds. Now, the PPP is separate from the EIDL, but one of the biggest misconceptions is that a lot of self-employed business owners, freelancers, gig economy folk really believe that they did not qualify to get the PPP funds because they did not have employees. And that is a very big misconception. Here on this channel, I did a video, I've did several videos in regards to SBA funding, COVID, the PPP, the EIDL, and I actually show you in the Treasury doc, because you want to go to the source, how a self-employed person would qualify. So, this video is for illustration purposes only. Talk to your tax advisor, your business advisor, your business consultant, your attorney, whoever you want. But I just want to share with you, for illustration purposes only, what is a self-employed person? Let's start right there. It is a individual that, hey, how you doing, Daryl? It is a person who files a Schedule C tax return that is on their 1040. That's not a partner in a 1065. It's not a tax person who files a 1120 corporation. It's not a business owner that files a S corp. It is for Schedule C individuals. Now, majority of Schedule C individuals are your sole proprietors, self-employed individuals, freelancer, gig economy folk. Individuals who get 1099s. So whenever income is reported to you as a self-employed person, it could be a 1099 or it could be other forms of income. If it flows onto the Schedule C, that qualifies you to apply for the PPP. A lot of people didn't understand that. So what happened was that they prevented themselves from getting funding because they really believed that they had to have employees. See, the thing is that, we have entered into a time and place that the disparity between those who get access to stuff and those who don't is really going to be individuals who really don't try to seek the information that's out there. That's why I'm a big proponent of fact check me. Let me take you to the source. Let me show you where in the Treasury doc or the SBA website that will give you the guarantee or the confidence to know that you can apply. Because see, the thing is that the bankers have many customers, hundreds of thousands of customers, especially when it's the top tier banks. I mean, some of the top tier banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, or what have you, they actually said on their website that you couldn't actually call customer service looking for advice. And so that's why I feel like it's so important now to really have someone who will assist you with being able to get access to funds that are not there. Just recently with a client of mine, she's looking at the PayPal grant that is for African American business owners. Now, I, you know, I am not directly affiliated with PayPal, so take this with a grain of salt. This is surface input or advice regarding it. But like I told her, be very careful with the language, because when a person hears grant, the first thing a person is thinking of is financial relief. Because normally with grant funding in the state of in the federal government sense, because most grants come from a federal entity or state entity, those are forgiven funds. Those are usually funds that you don't have to pay back. What happens is that you have to fulfill what is needed for the grant. So the grant says, okay, we will give you $15,000, but what you have to put in place is an after school program for children of this age, of this, you know, maybe economic background, and you're going to teach financial literacy. And so you will have to put that in place, and that's what the grant funding is for. Now, how they do the checks and balances to make sure that you use that money for what you said you were going to use it for is that they want you to have some sort of record keeping, because there's some reporting that has to be done when you take that money. How does that apply to the PayPal African American grant? Although the word grant was in the title or on the website, it gave the language of a loan. And I told my client, be very careful. The language mirrored a loan, but it was saying grant. The language was mirroring the PPP, but it was saying grant. And so I just told her, as you're going through the process and they get to the point where they may be ready to administer the funds, be very clear on the terms, because a lot of people don't want to hear this, but there's no free lunch. Well, Aurelia, the EIDL, the government is giving money, whether it's 1,000 up to 10, is free money. What I've always said, to make sure you CYA, you cover your, you know what, is to make sure your checks and balances are there, because just in case they want to do some reporting and want to say, hey, we noticed for the EIDL you reported you made this amount of money in 2019, we want to make sure things match up. You want to make sure your tax return match up. Like I said, this is not to give you any tax advice. I'm only doing it for illustration purposes. Talk to your tax advisor, your business advisor, your business consultant, your business coach, whoever advises you, your banker, when it comes to these things. So be very careful of language that mirrors a grant. I mean, programs that say grant but that mirrors a loan. So be very careful. So that's my whole thing on the self-employed, the PPP loans. But I will say this, if you are interested, if you're a business owner, real estate professional, you want to talk about business funding, you want to, you know, someone to help you to remove the blind spots so your business can be in the best financial shape to be able to get the funding that you want, please give me a call. Not a call, but go to my website. Go to bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com. After this video processes, I'll put all the information below this video. So once again, just wanted to share that quick tip with you, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.